Today's video is brought to you by Poker and Chill Apparel Company. Poker and Chill has a variety of stylish, humorous shirts, high-quality hats, and comfortable hoodies. I love my blue zip-up hoodie. It's super soft, fits great, and keeps me warm without overheating me. Use promo code AndyW15 for 15% off your order, free shipping for orders over $100. Follow them on Instagram or check out their website, pokerandchillapparel.com.
I just got back from the card room, and I think I took the purest bad beat that I've ever taken. And we're gonna do a little bad beat therapy here. Yeah, this is gonna be a bad beat story, and I'm not looking for any sympathy. I'm actually looking for your opinion. I don't think there's anything I could have done different in this hand, and the beauty of YouTube is if you guys disagree, you will let me know in the comments section. So let's get into it. I started my day at a not so great table, and I lost pretty much a whole buy-in on calling a blind all-in with pocket jacks, and the guy didn't even look at his hand until the queen high board had run out, and sure enough he had queen 10. So started the day in the hole, dug back out a little bit, moved to a different table where Roy, a vlog watcher, was sitting, which was a good table, but man, anytime Roy sits at your table, it makes it so tough. So it was a tough table. Roy eventually left, and I noticed the table started to soften up a little bit. So I had built my stack back up to about $500. We're about 520 effective in this hand. I'm in the big blind, and I look down at ace-8 offsuit. Ace of diamonds, 8 of clubs? 8 of diamonds, ace of spades. I still didn't get that right. Ace of diamonds, 8 of spades. So we see a raise from under the gun to $10, and we see 6 callers before it gets to me. Excuse me, 5 callers. We see 5 callers. So there's 6 people. There's like $60 in the pot. And so I decided to go ahead and call and see if I can flop something. I have the option to squeeze there, but the problem is if I'm gonna squeeze there, I'm gonna need to do it to a size of like $70 or $80. I mean, we're talking 35 or 40 big blinds with ace-8 offsuit, and if I get even one caller, that could start a chain reaction of calls behind it. So I think I'm much happier to just call the $10, 70 bucks in the middle, and play a pot and see what we can flop. The flop is 8-3-8 with 2 diamonds, so we definitely flop something. Action on me first, and I check, and the pre-flop razor to my left continues for $25. We see a call at a +2, and it folds all the way back around to me, and this is where I think I made my first good play. I decided to go ahead and just flat here. I know that I obviously could have check raised, but when you check raise, it polarizes you so much to having the nuts or air. I saw a lot more value in calling the flop and then just firing on the turn. Permitted it's not a diamond, so like any non-diamond turn, I'm ready to just fire, just check raise someone's fucking face off. So I call, and we're down to 3 ways to the turn. Turn is really, really safe. It's a 6 of hearts. I guess it could put some weird straight draws out there, but I don't see that. So once again, I check, and the pre-flop razor bets $50 this time. And once again, we see a call out of +2. So this is perfect. I said I was gonna check raise, and this is where I'm gonna do it. Something weird kind of happened. I verbally announced I'm gonna raise, and I said 200, but I actually slid 250 out, and the dealer took it as me saying I'm raising 200 more. So the raise was actually to 250. And at first, I almost said something. Like I wanted to say, no, it's $200 total, but I started looking at people's stack sizes and realized that $50 probably wasn't going to make a huge difference. And so I didn't say anything, we just let it stay at 250. It's back on under the gun, and he's in the blender. He looks super uncomfortable. He asks, oh, I guess I can't talk about the hand because there's somebody else in it. So I can tell he wants to talk about it. So it just screams kings or aces, maybe queens. It's really, to me, I'm thinking kings. I'm going, oh man, this guy has kings. This is beautiful. And you can tell just how uncomfortable he is in his decision. He doesn't know what to do. So probably after about 90 seconds or so, he says, I'm all in. He actually only had 235, so he was actually calling all in for less for 235. So now it's back on +2, and something that I think is important to note about +2 was I saw this guy catching a lot of hands. He was not starting with monsters, but by the time the turn in the river came, he was getting there with some monsters. So he had rivered a flush like 40 minutes before this. He had gone runner to river a straight a little while ago. So his hand is just absolutely screaming diamonds, and he's trying to figure out if he wants to gamble. And so I'm actually at this point kind of looking for him to fold. I don't know if I really want to race. And so he takes his time with his decision, and he says, quote, "Screw it, I call." And so, okay, I'm thinking, yeah, this is diamonds. He's got about 147 behind, so there's still going to be some action on the river. And in my head, I'm thinking, gosh, please, no diamond. And so the river is a 10 of diamonds. And so the action's on me. And I'm like, well, I'm putting him on diamonds, so I don't think it makes any sense to represent diamonds. So I kind of check knowing that he's going to jam, and I'm just going to have to call it off. And so sure enough, I check. He jams for 147 total. There's like over $1,000 in the pot. So I'm getting something ridiculous like 8.5 to 1 or something like that. And it seems so obvious that he rivered the flush, but I can't fold to that price, especially what if he doesn't have it? What if he himself also has an overpair? If this guy has kings, what if he has aces? There are still hands that I can beat. So I kind of reluctantly call, and I say, show me diamonds. And now I know somebody rivering a flush is not that bad of a beat, but my opponent actually says to me, I don't have diamonds. And so I'm pretty sure I'm good here, and I roll it over, and +2 rolls over pocket tens for the river full house. He hit one of two outs. I'm 93.78% in that situation, and under the gun had aces. So I thought kings, he had aces. And so this was like a $1,200 pot that was decided on the river and went to +2. And so the whole drive home, it's a 45 minute drive home, I just replayed every scenario in my head. And that's the beauty of doing a vlog is, there are a lot of times where I think I had a bad beat, and then I go back and I rewatch the footage, and I take my notes, and I create the graphics, and I do the voiceover, and I edit everything together. And so I get to watch like every hand that's on the vlog 6 to 8 times. And there are a lot of times where I realize it wasn't that bad of a beat, and that there are holes in the game or holes in my play somewhere that could have prevented the situation. I just don't think that it could have been prevented here. Again, pre-flop, could I squeeze? Yes, but it's going to have to be for 35 to 40 big blinds. And what is most likely to end up happening is that under the gun then reshoves and it folds back to me, and I probably end up folding there. And I guess if you're results oriented, yeah, it would have saved me $340 or something like that. But I was looking to play a monster, so I don't think the squeeze was the right play there. Again, you might say check raise the flop, but it's just so polarizing, and I just don't think my table image was one that could have ever had somebody thinking I was bluffing. I think if I check raise that flop, then they know that it's an 8, and I think the action ends there. If I lead the turn, sure, maybe leading the turn makes the guy with aces call and maybe tens folds, but again, he's going to be getting such a good price. It feels like on the turn, no matter what I do, he's going to get a great price. And not to mention, I don't want to be, I'm trying to play a big one here. And so the plan the whole time was to check raise a safe turn card, and that's exactly what I got. And so I stuck with the plan. The sizing thing ended up, I think, working out. That $50 didn't seem to make much difference, but I guess I could have led turn. But again, if I lead, even if it's to put under the gun all in, he's gonna call there, and I still think the +2 is gonna make that call there. Guys, I've looked at it from every angle, and I cannot figure out if I could have done anything differently. And I think this may have actually been a pure bad beat. What am I? I'm 86% on the flop and better than 93% on the turn. And again, I understand these beats happen. That's not what this video is about. This is not, oh, poor me, woe is me, I lost a big one. I'm just looking for your honest feedback and opinion on if you think I could have played that hand differently and how it would have changed things, or if it truly was just a bad beat. And remember, I'm trying not to be so ABC. I'm trying to be a little bit tricky with my play, hence the check call on the flop and then the check raise on the turn. So I don't know. What would you have done differently? Would it have made much of a difference anyways? Is it purely a bad beat? I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments. I'm sure you will. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.